To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Walt's World Podcast. I'm John, and with me is my awesome friend, Kelly. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Well,
a little
that's
tired.
Pretty
like
awesome.
always, since we film these at night.
We do.
Record.
That's true. We're filming this one super late because I had an obligation that I had to go to. That didn't start till 9 p.m. and so we're recording this at like 1 a.m. Yay!
Is basketball an obligation?
It is. It is. Thanks for calling me out. Well, you know what?
I just thought about who your wife is, and yes, basketball is an obligation. So that really was kind of a dumb question on my part.
So like, it's super embarrassing to go to a basketball game with her sometimes because she gets really into it. Like last year, we were playing. We have season tickets to Tennessee, University of Tennessee basketball and football, but specifically basketball. And last year we were playing Kentucky at home, and we're just destroying the crap out of them, beating them by like 15 points or something. And sitting beside us is a family, Kentucky fans, and two little girls, and a mom and a dad. And Krista is shaking her orange and white pom-pom in these two little girls' faces, like ruthlessly. I'm just like, I'm so embarrassed. And then like tonight, she gets super into it, which like, I love it, but like sometimes it's embarrassing. But yeah. So we won tonight though, by the way. I know you're very concerned, Kelly, you Bama fan. Super concerned about it. Anyways, enough about me and Tennessee stuff. Let's talk about something that we can all agree on and is awesome, and that is Disney Plus. Disney Plus launched this week, and depending on when you're listening to it, as of the day that we're recording it, it launched today. So, initial thoughts, Kelly?
My initial thoughts are that it's pretty sick. I love it so far. We haven't watched a whole lot in our house yet because we didn't get it. I didn't sign up for it until this evening, and we waited until Josh got home to watch anything.
Lame.
And we're trying to take it all in, but I'm super pumped for everything that's on there that I've seen so far. There are lots of classics from my childhood and older, and I'm just blown away. Super, super excited.
Same. Krista and I signed up for it back in September, I think, or July, I don't remember, whenever the D23 discount was released. So we signed up for the 3 years at one time. But, so I've been anticipating this day. The first thing I watched was The Mandalorian. I watched it at lunch today with my boss. No spoilers or anything, but it's really good. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm hooked yet, but I want more.
Yeah, it definitely left me wanting more. It had enough, it gave enough little nuggets here and there to be like, why is it like that? And why is that happening? And what the heck is that green thing?
Yeah.
What is happening? To make you okay, yeah, I cannot wait till next week when the second episode comes out type thing.
Yeah.
And like you, I've spent hours today just scrolling, don't tell my boss, scrolling through the list and just seeing what all's there. I do that anyways. Netflix, I can't ever find something I really, really want to watch. So I end up just scrolling for hours. But this, I was just scrolling just to see what all's there. And there's some amazing, stuff that hasn't been released before, to be bought or watched. For instance, all the Disney 90s afternoon shows like Rescue Rangers and Darkwing Duck and Tailspin and Goof Troop. all in one place. The original Mickey Mouse Club, like from the 50s, those episodes, black and white, available. And then like the Disney, like from like this 50s, 60s, the Disney nature documentaries that they shot and stuff like that I've never seen all of them. I'm so excited to see those. What all have you guys seen? You've seen Mandalorian.
Yeah, that was the first thing we watched. That was what Josh was most excited for. What else? Oh, after that we watched the new Jeff Goldblum show, The World According to Jeff Goldblum. It was amazing. I'm excited to see more of that. He is such a funny person. I loved it. It's so funny. It's great. That's definitely worth watching. What else did we watch? We tried the Pixar in real life thing.
Yeah, I looked at that.
But it was kind of weird. It was kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'm too mean to enjoy it. I thought it was a little dorky.
Aw.
But maybe future ones. Like, I think maybe there's only one episode of it out, and I think the one that it was, I don't think was the
cheesy.
greatest. I'm hoping future ones are good. So, like, the like picture for it was Wall-E meeting a dog, and that's what I wanted to watch, and that was not what it was. So I'm hoping whenever that one comes out, I'll be happy. But
yeah, it is
anyway,
a super cute photo.
Yeah, today we didn't watch a whole lot. We just kind of scrolled through to see what we wanted to watch and started making like a watch list. And it's mostly shows from my childhood that we put on there.
Because Josh didn't have a childhood.
He did not. He really didn't get to watch a whole lot of TV as a kid. So there's so many things that he's never saw. Like, he's never seen Darkwing Duck. He's never seen Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. He's never seen any of that. So yeah, I have to catch him up.
Well, I can't say a whole lot. I've never seen. Now, I got roasted by my wife for this so bad. I have never seen any of the High School Musical movies.
Have you really not?
I've
even like the
never
first
seen
one?
Even 1 second of a High School Musical movie. I know.
I'm going to try to be really nice about this. Because on the one hand, you're not really missing anything. But on the other, you're missing everything. Like,
when did the first one come out? When was the first one? Do you remember the year?
No.
I'm looking it up right now.
I was in middle school.
2006.
Maybe I just started high school.
2006.
Whenever it was.
So like,
yeah.
I was 3 years. I graduated high school 3 years before that. So like that was kind of like, out of a little after my time.
That was 8th grade for me. So yeah.
So there you go.
It's old now.
Yeah. I've never seen those, so I'm gonna be forced to sit down and watch them back to back to back. I'm assuming.
Which is great.
Yeah. I can't wait to Instagram Live that for everyone. My thoughts on High School Musical. I am the most excited about the Imagineering story show. There's only one episode available right now, but from everything I've read and everything that I've heard from people who have watched it, they say it is incredible. It's emotional. They cried. They laughed. They were like in awe of some things. Basically, the first episode starts with Walt coming up with the idea of Disneyland, designing it through the whole process, all the way up to the beginning of Disney World, the project, just the beginning stages of it, of clearing the land, that kind of thing, and then Walt's death. And that's where the first episode kind of stops, which is like so great. But they go super in depth talking to Imagineers, interviewing Imagineers, having old clips of interviews with Imagineers and behind the scenes designing animatronics and stuff. And everyone says it's amazing and phenomenal. So I'm waiting to watch that with Krista because she told me she would murder me if I watched it without her. Goldblum, I cannot wait to watch the Jeff Goldblum show. Forky asks a question. It's 3 minutes long, the episode is, and it is life-changing. Kelly, life-changing. We talked a little about this before, but you guys haven't seen Toy Story 4.
We never saw Toy Story 4, so I don't know if we would get it. We don't know who Forky is. I mean, we have like an idea of who Forky is.
Right. And have you ever seen, did you ever watch Arrested Development?
Yeah. I wasn't a huge fan, but like I've seen it.
So I've been binging that recently. I'm on like the last season that they did after the fact for Netflix. But the Bluth, Michael Bluth's brother, the one that lives with his mom, he's the voice of Forky. So essentially his character on the show is Forky, the cartoon. Like they're the same pretty much.
Okay,
where he's just like this mindless idiot. Yeah, it's freaking hilarious. But this time he asked, "What is money?" It's hilarious. It's so funny. So of course he asks Ham to help explain what money is. But anyways, that's all I'll say about it. But it looks freaking hilarious. I did watch. I'm halfway through. Yeah. If you are super into animation, or if anyone listening is super into Disney animation and the history behind Disney animation, specifically starting in like the early 1980s moving forward, so like just before the Disney Renaissance moving forward, you're going to want to watch the show on here, this documentary called Waking Up Sleeping Beauty. It is phenomenal. It is so
I didn't realize
good.
what that was earlier. I saw it but didn't click on it.
It's told from the perspective of the artists, of the people who worked on creating the animations. And so it goes super in depth into the whole, like right before Michael Eisner took over all the way through. And I've only gotten up to right at Beauty and the Beast. But it is so freaking good. If you're into that kind of thing, if you watched the Pixar Story on Netflix, it's very similar to that, but way more in depth, and kind of throws Michael Eisner under the bus a lot, which I enjoy. It's really, really good. Really good. Talks about how they created the music and the producers that didn't want this movie made or didn't want this song. And oh man, it's just so freaking good.
Yeah, I'm going to have to add that to my watch list.
Yeah. Watch it. But yeah, so I mean, other than that, I think it's been a huge success. Other than that, everything about it has been a huge success. I think I have not read anything bad about it. I mean, I like the layout of it. It's very easy to find things. I wish, my only thing is I wish that instead of it just being like, because like you click like movies and then you go to like all movies, A to Z, and then like action, adventure, animation, comedy, like that's great that they divide like that. But I wish that like if you clicked all movies, A to Z, it wasn't just like literally all the movies, where I could click A or B or C.
Yeah, I wish
because
that you
I don't want to
could
have to scroll
parse it out a
down
little bit
so
better.
freaking far.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
That's the only thing I've noticed today, because I've spent a long time scrolling through here, that I've noticed that I'm just like, ugh, like I wish this was like this or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm stoked. I've even considered like taking off work so that I can watch, just watch Disney Plus all day long. But I gotta close that window because I'm gonna keep looking at it if I don't. All right, so let's jump into what our actual topic is today, Kelly. And our actual topic came to me in a dream last night, and it was a nightmare. I was stuck on a Disney attraction and I couldn't get off. They would not let me off the ride. They would let everyone else off the ride, but they wouldn't let me off the ride. I was stuck on it. So I came up with the idea.
Do you know which one it was?
No, it wasn't like a specific one. It was just kind of like I knew it was a ride, but I didn't. It wasn't like, oh, I'm on the Haunted Mansion. Like,
Oh, yeah.
No, I couldn't tell like that. I was just on a ride and I couldn't get off of it. So I came up with the idea, like, what rides would we want to be stuck on for 24 hours? So we each picked 3 rides or attractions that we would not care to be stuck on. We would want to be stuck on for 24 hours. So play along with us as we go through, and make sure that at the end of the episode, make sure you head over to our Instagram and comment on our post about this episode and let us know what ride you would like to be stuck on or attraction you would like to be stuck in for 24 hours. And restaurants do not count.
Oh.
They don't count. Yes.
They
All right.
should be.
So Kelly, oh yeah, I know.
They're an attraction
Garden
in
Grill.
and of themselves. Hey, that
Some
one's
of
kind
them,
of a
I agree.
ride.
Yeah. Which, side note, we're heading to Disney World next week for my birthday, and I made reservations at Garden Grill on my birthday for dinner for my parents. My parents are going with us, and they've never eaten there before because I love Garden Grill, love it. Well, I happened to be watching a vlog this week of Eleanor Dreaming, Luke and Rich. If you watch them, they're hilarious and super, super fun. Eleanor Dreaming, they go to Garden Grill like back in September. The freaking menu has changed for dinner. It's no longer pot roast. They have steak, like cut strips of steak with chimichurri sauce. So I head over to Disney's website to check the menu, and that's what they have. I literally was depressed the whole rest of the evening. I don't even want to eat there anymore.
Oh, me neither.
You hate it anyways.
Yeah, I never really wanted to go there in the first place. I
just
am
a side
sorry
note,
though,
sorry.
because that is a
Super
bummer
angry.
when they have like a really good menu at a location and then they change it all of a sudden. Yeah, that can be a bummer. I'm sorry.
And you may think like, why don't you like steak? I like steak fine, like, but I'm a well done. Like, I don't want any pink, no red, no even like hint of pink in my steak. That's just how I am. I'm sorry. Judge me. So I know for a fact that they're not going to cook it right, and it's going to gross me out, and I'm not going to be able to
Is
eat
it
it.
still family style?
Yes.
That option doesn't even really make sense for a family style meal.
Right? I mean, they have turkey and dressing, ham,
Oh, okay, so they do still have that. What? That's a weird
pot,
combo.
and then the steak. And I don't eat ham and turkey. So
I guess you're just gonna have to scarf down mac and cheese like there's no
mac
tomorrow.
and cheese. I mean, if I'm forced to, it's only like the second best mac and cheese on property. So now I'm like, where do I want to go eat for my birthday dinner? Like, Chris is like, Ohana, but like when we went with you guys, it was like not the greatest.
Oh yeah, we had a weird night there though. That was like, we
Yeah,
had
the
like
woman
a
who was allergic
weird-
to everything.
Are you talking about
Do
me?
you remember that?
No.
Uh-uh.
Oh no, I do.
At the table next
I just
door, she was
remembered.
like-
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about me. I was like, I'm allergic to like one thing, but no, I remember who you're talking about now. And our
wasn't that
seating
great.
was so weird. We sat at the weirdest table. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
but we
Yeah,
were by the window, but the table
but
was
our table
awkward.
was huge, so we were like spread so far. Whatever. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, we did have a weird.
I'm like, I
dinner
don't
there
want to
one
go
time.
there then, because the food wasn't like, oh my god, I've got to go back there right now. But like Garden Grill was like the place for me, like that one place that like, oh, I have to go there. I have to go there every time. And my parents are doing the midday ticket, so they're only gonna be able to enter at noon. So it's not like we could do breakfast place on like at the parks. Because like, why don't you do Garden Grill breakfast? Well, I would, but my parents aren't doing a regular ticket. So it leaves us to like breakfast at resorts or at a restaurant on property in the evening. So it's kind of like, oh. And it'll be like, well, why not 50s Primetime? I love 50s Primetime, but my parents aren't planning on going to Hollywood Studios because they're not big ride people. They're more of the shows and like the dark rides. They're not really roller coaster people. So there's not like a whole, I mean, you can only do Indiana Jones and Beauty and the Beast so many freaking times, right? So why waste the time? But it's kind of like, where else would I want to go? I don't know. Beer garden? Like, that's fine, but
If you want to stay in Do you want to stay in Epcot specifically?
Well, like that's the day we were gonna go Epcot. I kind of because
Yeah.
my parents they're not getting the park hopper ticket, so that makes a difference too. So
Because I was going to say,
don't
if
know.
you want basically the same menu, Liberty Tree over at Magic Kingdom basically has the same menu.
I know that's what I was thinking too, but when Chris and I ate there, it was fine. It was good. It just, I think the atmosphere, the area we were sitting in
it's
was
not the
so
most
crowded.
impressive.
Ugh,
Yeah, it's not the most impressive of the restaurants. I will say that.
right.
But
I thought about like there or Beer Garden because Chris and I love Beer Garden. I love German food.
I've actually
But,
never eaten there.
Really? I think you would
Yeah.
hate it probably. I actually think you would hate it.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
Well, it's just like super like okay, so like if it's just you and two people going, and this whole episode has gone off the tracks, and that's fine. If it's
I've
just like
heard you
two
need to
people
go in
going,
a group, right?
yes, you
Like,
have to go
yeah.
in a group. It's not going to be the same if you don't because they sit you with strangers,
Right.
which is super awkward. What Chris and I did the first time, it was just the two of us, and we sat with this group of strangers. It was so awkward, and they made us like sit across the table from the person we were with. So it was even
Yeah.
so you're sitting beside someone you have no idea who they are, and so you feel forced to talk to them. It's just weird. It's weird. At Christmas time, it's very cool though because the polka band does like Christmas songs, and it's really cool at Christmas. But I would definitely go if there's not 4 people. It's kind of awkward.
Okay, then we should go sometime. That's what
It's
That's what I'm
happening.
hearing basically. All right.
I love Beer Garden. Chris loves Beer Garden. And it's like everything else at Epcot though is just kind of like, I could get Chinese food down the street, or I could get hibachi down the street, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
I could get Mexican food down the street because we love the Mexican place on the water. We love that place, but like, for my birthday, like, come on, So I kind of feel like I've got to do Ohana. Maybe it'll be a better experience. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
There's so many good places that for breakfast though, like Ohana breakfast. I love Ohana breakfast.
Wait, when are y'all
And-
going to Boma?
Hold on, we're staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, so
I know.
we're not.
So
we
just
don't
go to
have
Boma
any Boma
every
reservations. We've never done Boma dinner there though.
It is amazing. You're missing out for real. It is so good. It is my
For real?
Like honestly, I think that is my favorite restaurant in all of Disney World property. It is so freaking good.
Is it like Tusker House? Is it basically like Tusker House?
Oh, Tusker House can bite it. Boma is so much better. It is so good.
We've had
Trust
breakfast
me.
there, but not dinner. It was a great breakfast.
Oh, their breakfast kills, but their dinner also kills. It's like their perfect buffet.
So there's some great places at Animal Kingdom to eat dinner, like Sanaa or not Tiffin's. What's the other one? Oh my gosh, my brain just went dumb. But there's another one. But Sanaa's the one with the bread service.
Does it
I
start
think
with a
it's supposed to be.
K? Why? Yeah, I feel like I'm
I
blanking
think
too.
so. There's one that you get like a fillet with mac and cheese on it. I can't remember where that's at. But anyways,
Cool.
but I don't want to go somewhere new for my birthday. I want to go somewhere that I freaking love, So it's tough. It's tough, but it'll be
So
okay.
you go to Boma and you ask for Jeff. The
Jeff.
Specifically the waiter Jeff. He's amazing. We love him.
Jeff, I'll remember that. I'll
Yeah.
remember that. All right, so after we've planned my birthday now for everyone, let's jump into what ride or attraction we would like to be stuck on for 24 hours. Let's do our top 2. We don't want to keep our listeners too long, so top 2. Starting at number 2, what would be yours, Kelly?
My number 2 is Kilimanjaro Safaris over at Animal Kingdom because I could stare at animals all day long. Be totally fine with that.
But could you stare at them while riding on that bumpy truck
I
for
would drive the
24
truck.
hours straight?
At that point,
Oh,
I would just drive the truck.
okay. I could see you, like handling that huge truck and talking to us. Like, Jumbo, everyone. My name's Kelly. And I drive this truck at Disney. let's look at some animals today. Oh, look over there. It's a walrus.
I actually almost did that, like as my job.
Did you really? I could see that
Yeah.
actually. That's what's funny about this whole thing. I could totally see you doing that.
I would have loved it.
That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. I feel like it's super stressful though. To me, it's stressful. Because
Probably.
it's up to you to stop the truck. We had a cast member on that ride who did not stop the truck one single time and had a cold or something, and you could not understand a single word they said when they did talk. They would go for like 5-minute span without saying a word. It
That's
was
such a bummer.
the saddest ride
it
ever.
must have been a bad day. I would always give them the benefit of the doubt personally, but that does stink.
Yeah, it stinks. It stinks. Oh well, that's a good choice though. I didn't even think about the safari. That's a good one.
It would
Good one, Kelly.
constantly be changing. There's no music. So, yeah.
That's true. That's true. You've got the exhaust of all the trucks to deal with,
True.
and the possible death of by lions or by those stinking ostriches. They freak me out, man.
I hate ostriches.
Freak me
Ugh.
out. You never know what
The
they're going to
good
do.
part, well, but the good part is they're so temperamental that most of the time they don't even come out. Like
true.
out on stage or whatever. So just avoid them.
I regret not being able to see like the original version of that ride where they made it like.
Have you really never
ride.
experienced it?
No, I never did.
Well,
I never did. I'm really sad about that.
yeah, it was fun. It had mostly animatronic elephants, not real
Nice.
elephants for a while, but
Nice.
it was good.
Like the Jungle Cruise. Spoiler alert. My number 2 would be, and this one was really tough for me because I really wanted it to be something not like super obvious, like the People Mover. Like that would be so freaking easy. Of course, that would be fine to be on for 24 hours. So I didn't want to be like super obvious about it, you know? So I chose Peter Pan's Flight.
Interesting.
It's a short ride, like a minute and a half long. So it's a minute and a half long, and then the queue, like you would have to like stay in the ship or whatever. And so you've got a good break up from it, you know, for a good, 30 seconds at least. Then to start all over again. It's kind of fun. You fly around. You could lay down in the seat if you wanted to, I guess, take a nap. That doesn't have a super annoying song that just plays over and over and over and over and over and never stops. It's in the dark, which is pretty neat. There's stuff to look at, like when you're over London, like you could look down and try to see something new or different every single time. But yeah, Peter Pan's Flight would be my number 2. Yeah, what do you think of that? Not a fan of that?
I would at some point want to get down and like act like Godzilla through London though.
Oh, you totally could, I guess. I mean, hey, how are they going to know you're on it for 24 hours? They'll never know.
Yeah. So, not a bad choice.
That's not a bad choice. What would be your next one? If you could stay on a ride.
My number 1 would absolutely be the Haunted Mansion. Because I feel like there's so much. That is one, like. But the thing is, I would want to be stuck inside of it for 24 hours, not just like stuck on the ride itself for 24 hours. That's sort of my kicker there. Because I want to look at all of the shelves covered in books. Like, I feel like that is such a detailed ride. So incredibly detailed with so much stuff hidden through it. Like when I was talking about the Jack Skellington thing a couple weeks ago. I mean,
I got so many comments about that, by the way, of how cool that was.
Well, and that's just like a small set of hidden things in there. There's bound to be so many other things. I would love, like, one of my dream scenarios is, I don't know, breaking down or evacing in the attic and getting to just like stare at all the stuff. I have this
Yes.
running theory that there are probably like a bunch of antiques and stuff inside of that attic at this point. Like, I wonder if there are antique collectors who go in that ride and see something they've been looking for like decades sitting in there and just feel angry because it's like stuck in this ride. But that's what I mean. Like, there's bound to be so much cool stuff in there. I want to see all of it. That's my dream scenario.
Oh yeah. Isn't the at the Tower of Terror, don't they have some like super like valuable antiques as a part of like the lobby area?
There are some in the lobby, and then there are also some at the like the very end of the ride where it drops you off. Like, there are some actual props from the Twilight Zone series in there, which is pretty cool.
That is very cool. It's very cool, actually.
But yeah,
that's a good
same
one.
idea. Like, so many details of things I'd really like to look at.
The names on those books would be interesting to know what those books, the names of the books are in the library.
Yes, yeah,
That would be
exactly.
super interesting.
Because I wonder how much effort they really made. I mean, not that I would judge them if they didn't, but I would love to see if they like spent time, meticulously picking out like what kind of book is there. Are they just blank? Are they just colorful? Are they specific? Or do they just have their names on them? Like, I would love to figure all that kind of stuff out.
Yeah, I agree totally. That would be really cool. I want to do that now. Make that happen, Kelly. You know people. You have connections. Make it happen.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Please do. All right, next for me. This was really hard. Like, it was tough because I was torn between like a ride that I could be entertained on for 24 hours versus a ride that like I could just stand being on. So my number one would be Midway Mania in Toy Story Land, because I could be entertained for hours riding that.
My arm hurts thinking about that.
Well, like, see, you could get in 24 hours. You could get so good at both arms, like you master it.
Be using both of the shotguns at the same time.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you would. At least it's entertaining, right? I mean, if you got tired, you could like
True.
lay down in the seat if you wanted to. But it's something to do at least. Where the others, you're just kind of like sitting there and captive.
It does slap around a lot, though.
Yeah, it does. I think you would get used to that. I mean, it's not like crazy. The new,
You would anticipate the slaps at that point.
yeah, the new track is not as crazy as the old track, which I would rather be stuck on the new track anyways. That's the one I always prefer to go on. But I think at least having something to entertain myself would be good, not just sitting and watching something.
Yeah.
Because I thought like, oh, Filler Magic, that would be easy because it's just a freaking movie.
You just sleep.
And just sleep through the whole thing. Or like, Tiki Room would be fun, but like eventually you would want to murder the birds probably.
Probably.
My honorable mention though would be Country Bear Jamboree, because obviously you could lay down, it's dark, it's funny, the songs aren't super annoying, and I basically live that every day of my life anyways, living in Tennessee. So there's
just
that.
home.
It's just home for me. I'd feel very safe and secure, like I'm at my mom and dad's house. I'm not saying they're like the Country Bears. They're not at all, but you know what I'm saying. It's like being at Dollywood.
Just good old homegrown entertainment.
Yeah.
I would want to try to like climb up into that swing area, like just to see what's up there.
Heck yes. What is up there? Do you think it's just a hole? It's probably something lame like that.
probably.
It's just a hole. Like, I want to hug one of them so bad, like, because they look so soft, like, I just want to hug one. Like, because if they're walking around, which they're literally one of the best character interactions ever in Disney World history, if they're just walking around Adventureland, please go talk to them and give them a hug, because they're like just so big and soft and they look so dumb.
They look so dumb.
They're
so funny.
So dumb.
I like watching them try to hula hoop. I think that's one of my favorites.
I always get
funny.
wrapped into it by like, I'm walk up there to like take a photo or something, and then they walk up to me with the hula hoop and hand it to me like, all right, your turn, bro. Mm-hmm. It's time for you 34-year-old man to now hula hoop in front of everyone at Adventureland.
Frontierland.
It's usually, Frontierland, thank you. And it's usually like when we're waiting on the Festival of Fantasy Parade at our secret spot, and Krista's like about 50 yards away from me. So like I look like this random dude that's just like really into the Country Bears and really into hula hooping. So it's not like my wife's there taking photos of me and laughing. It's like I'm there by myself, just really stoked to hula hoop with some bears.
Nice.
Yeah, I live my best life. What would be your honor? I cannot talk. What would be your honorable mention?
My honorable mention,
3. Yeah.
As annoying as it sounds, is actually It's a Small World. And not because of the music. Look, I just bring like headphones or something and just drown it out. Because for a few different reasons. I love Mary Blair's artwork. That's like, I don't know. Awesome. That's like prime Disney to me. Mm-hmm. So pretty similar to like the Haunted Mansion. I would just take it all in, I guess. Mm-hmm. Check out all the little details. There aren't a whole lot of little details in there, but there are enough that I would stay interested. I would also like fix a lot of the little like minor things, not technical or like mechanical fix, just like things that bother me, like the streamers in the rainforest that are the random ones that are tucked out of the thing. They need to be tucked back in. There's like a bird that doesn't hit the right thing. Just little things like that. I would just like move, fix a couple of wigs, that sort of thing. I would do that. That's what I would do all day.
I would want to like get in the water and like just let it push me through like a lazy river. A lazy river through Small World.
Bring a net and collect all those coins.
Heck yes, millions of dollars in that. You could not only enjoy yourself in there for 24 hours, but you could make money while doing it.
You could make bank. Not millions, but you could make bank.
Millions. Easily millions of dollars just lying in there in the water. I kid you not. This has been a riveting episode, I think. This has been just like fantastic, riveting stuff. People are just dying to just like listen to this episode again. I can feel it deep down inside. What a great night this has been for all of us. I think it's been a great one. So if you guys enjoyed it as much as we did, let us know. Comment on some stuff on iTunes. Share our podcast. Let people know about us. Head over to Instagram. Like our posts about this. Comment down below and let us know what you think would be a ride or attraction you would not care to be stuck on for 24 hours. Do you agree with Kelly or do you agree with me? Do you disagree with both of us? Let us know. We love to hear from you guys. So with that, that's all for this week. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Bye, y'all.